was flying the drone here in this incredible landscape, and then I noticed down here when I was landing the drone that there's a couple of whales out there in the ocean. At least two. Yeah, there's one over there. It's kind of a scary place, I think, up here. And it's not so strange that people back in the day thought that bad things were up here. Satan lived here, actually. He lived here with his friends, his trolls. That's what people thought back in the day here in Norway. And it's a story about a girl, 12 years old. She lived in the area. And they thought something was strange with her, something odd with her. So they questioned her, the locals, and she had to admit after some torture that yes, she had seen Satan up here in the mountains. And not only Satan, but his friends too, the trolls who lived up here. And Satan gave her some alcohol, some beer actually, according to her confession. And then she gave up her friends, many other girls. And those girls were burned alive as punishment for seeing Satan up here. It's considered a very bad thing back then. And the 12-year-old girl, she was not burned. The judge showed some lenience to her because she was just so young, 12 years old, and she didn't even really know what she had done up there with the devil, Satan. Of course, her friends were all burned. But she had, after all, confessed and helped the prosecutor, gave up some names. So she only ended up in prison for some years. Not sure exactly what happened to her, but she wasn't burned alive like her friends. And here's a memorial about some people who were killed during World War II, 3 men. And people still remember them. Some fresh flowers there on the memorial. And down here, I just saw some whales again down here. Saw some earlier today as well. Whales. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of knowledge about those trials because the documents have been preserved. That's why we know details like that girl who was served beer by Satan up in the mountains. Things like that, details. And other crazy details like that girl also had a tour of hell by Satan personally, showing her boiling water in a cave up there and crazy things she saw. Yeah, it's a fire inside. Yeah, this is where it happened. This is where the women were burned alive. And there's a fire here. A memory of what happened here. It's pretty bad. And people were scared about stuff going on up in those mountains. Satan lived there. Of course, today we know that Satan doesn't live there. Well, I don't think he lives there. I don't think a lot of people believe he lives there today. Certainly not those trolls. And here are the documents from the trial. So we know the details about each woman. Yeah, this woman here, she was blamed for some ship sank. It's because of her. She had a deal with Satan. So she was convicted to fire. Here's another one. She used a cat when she did her witchcraft. There's a little guidebook there with some information about all the women and what they confessed to. It's pretty good. And over here we got the fortress where the trials took place. And here we have the fortress. This is where the trials took place back then. Where those women had to defend themselves against those accusations. Not much they could say, really. It's been a fortress here since 1306. And it's actually the northernmost fortress in the world. over here, yeah, that's where we have the memorial.